ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। श्रीराम राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। मानिषादप्रतिष्ठां त्वमगमः शाश्वती समाः यत्क्रौञ्चमिथुनादेकम् अवधीः काममोहितम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ श्री हरये नमः। ॐ श्री हरये नमः। ॐ श्री हरये नमः। ॐ श्री स्वामी दयानंद स्वामिने नमः। ॐ श्री तत्त्वविदानंद स्वामिने नमः। Okay, so
Guruji, I am not writing the notes in detail.
thank you. So we stopped at verse number 52. So Maricha has done his act, and then I think 52, correct? 52.
We're in the first line of 53.
We are in the first line of 53. So, see, what I did not mention to you is after this dialogue between Bharata and Lakshmana and Sita, Lakshmana is, I don't know why I'm saying Bharata. Lakshmana is departing, has departed the ashram, right? There is no Lakshman Rekha. This Lakshman Rekha is a very important thing in our. But then I look for the Lakshman Rekha in Valmiki Raamaayanam. Valmiki doesn't talk about Lakshman Rekha. This dialogue happens, and then he just says, "Let the Devatas protect you," and then he walks off. That's it. He doesn't circle the hut, and all these things are not there. And it may be in Tulasi Ramayanam, etc. It may be. I'm not. Those some of you have to check that. Or Kamba Ramayanam may have it. Tulasi Ramayanam could have it because it's there in all our Ramayana serials and movies and all. It is there. So it could be there somewhere. Okay. That is just for your information. Now we are going to the next two lines starting from the second line of Shloka number 53. गृध्रं च निहतं दृष्ट्वा कृतां श्रुत्वा च मैथिलीं राघवः शोकसन्तप्तः विललापाकुलेन्द्रियः. So Raghavah Shokasantaptaha Vilalapa, put a comma there, Vilalapa Akulendriya. So having heard Drishtva, heard the stories from Jatayu. Jatayu, there was a dialogue, obviously. So having heard and Drishtva, having seen the death of Jatayu and having heard about Maithili, about Sita from that Kritam Maithili, and being heard about the kidnapped Sita from Jatayu, what happened to Raghava? Sri Rama, Shoka Santapta, he was seized by grief, just consumed by grief. That such a thing could happen to, has happened that too to Sita. Something happened to me, it may be okay. So, Vilalapa, Akulendriyaha, Vilalapa. He was just lamenting and wailing and crying. Vilalapa. Akulendriya, very anxious he became. Sri Rama became very anxious. So you can see that Sri Rama is presented by Valmiki as who Sri Rama was. And he was an ideal human being, a human being with all the ideal values that one can imagine having. And when he, somewhere it comes, I don't know where, when he is introduced to either Hanuman or either to this one, Sugriva, he says, they introduce each other, right? They shake hands and they introduce. So here Rama says, Atmanam Manusham Manye Ramam Dasharatatmacham, like that he says. He says, Atmanam Manusham Manye. I consider myself to be a human being because, the other person is not a human, Vanara. So who am I then? I have to tell who I am. I am a human being. My name is Rama. I am the son of Dasharath. Like that, he introduces himself. So Manusham Manye. That's what he says. Whereas if you ask Krishna, Krishna will give different answers. He won't say all that. He will say, I am Kala, Kalos Miham and all. He gives all these big, big answers. I am time. I am time. Oh, I see. Okay. So that's the difference between this Krishna avatar and Rama avatar. All right. So Rama is grieving for the loss of Sita because now it's becoming clear. There's somebody saw the kidnapping also. So in a way, it's good, but at the same time, it's sad because Jatayu said he went this way, like that he said. Next three lines. ततस्तेनैव शोकेन गृध्रं दग्ध्वा जटायुषम् मार्गमाणो वने सीताम् राक्षसं सन्ददर्शः कबन्धं नाम रूपेण विकृतं घोरदर्शनम्. So, Tataha tena eva shokena gridram dagdhva. Gridra means the vulture. Vulture here referred to Jatayu. Gridram Jatayusham dagdhva. Having cremated Jatayu, giving the proper honors to Jatayu, Vedic honors. Then look at that. They were all that was being done. So this Rama literally is a human being. He is doing the dharma of a kshatriya, grihastha kshatriya. That dharma he is doing. Okay, and so all these honors were done, and then tena eva shokena, still very sad. That Rama who was still grieving. He did all the last rites, and this was said even earlier when Rama heard the news of his father's passing away. Bharata came and gave him the news. And then again, Rama was sad at that time. And even though he was sad, he used to do his Anushtanam, Sandhya Vandanadi, 3 times a day, everything he was doing that too. He was going to the banks of Sari. Let me do it and come back. So just because something happened doesn't mean you can give up all the karma, correct? So all that Sri Rama was demonstrating in Ramayana. All right. Then what happened? Margamanaha vane Sitam Rakshasam Sandadashaha. Sita Margamanaha, going in search of Sita, as he was doing that, he saw a Rakshasa. Rakshasam Sandadashaha, named Kabandha. Kabandham Nama Rakshasam. Vikritam Rupena Ghora Darshanam. This Kabandha had some very awkward form, very Ghora Darshanam. It was very hard to look at this. Yeah, if there's a human body talking to you, but the head is so short, or if one eye is not there and 3 ears are there, 1 ear is there here, etc. Right? So then you feel, what is this? This is it's not even good to see. Some symmetry is not there, nothing. So like that Ghora Darshanam, that kind of a body this Kabanda had. And we know the story that Kabanda previously was a Gandharva whose name was Vishwavasuhu, Gandharva, who got a curse, etc. So that Kabanda is here. And Rama met Kabanda. Next 3 lines we are going to chant. Tam nihatya mahabahu dadaha swargatascha saha sachapi kathayamasa shabarim dharmacharinim Shramanīm dharmani punam abhigaccheti raghavam. So then what happened? You can put a semicolon after dadaha. Tam nihatya mahabahu dadaha. Tam nihatya, having vanquished Kabanda, okay, this fight will always be there. Rama is meant to fight. And so this Mahabahu Sri Rama Tam Kabandam Nihatya Dadaha. Again, cremated, gave the proper respects to that person. And what happened? Swargatascha Saha. He gained moksha. Ityartaha. Swarga. Went to Swarga. And what happened? That Vishwavasu was released. There was a Vishwavasu before dying. Vishwavasu said, Sahachapi Kathaya Mata. That Vishwavasu told Sri Rama, look, I also know about this thing I saw. And so now what you should do, Sri Rama, what you should do is Shabarim Dharmacharinim Shramanim Dharmanipunam Abhigacha. Until Abhigacha, everything must be in quotes from Shabari onwards. Okay. He says, Shabarim Abhigacha. Go and approach Shabari, meet Shabari. Okay. That's what you should do. Raghavam. Like that, Kabanda told Raghava. And who is Shabari? Kabanda is telling about Shabari. She is a Dharmacharini. She is given to Dharma. And, she was there in the ashrama of Matanga. There is the story. And then she was there. She was, she did not feel like she should talk to the rishis and all that. So she was just helping all the rishis quietly. She was doing cleaning up the ashram and all that. She was helping them. And so she was blessed by Matanga Muni. Matanga was very happy. I think it is Matanga. Now I forgot what it is. Matanga Vanam, I think that's what it is. Matanga Vanam. So Shramani, she is a Shramani. Shramani means she is given to austerities, disciplines, and she puts in a lot of effort. And so she denies comforts to herself. That kind of a person, she is Shramani. Dharma Nipunam. Not only she follows dharma, but she knows all about dharma also. Others dharma also she knows. Dharma nipunam. Therefore, hey Raghava, tvam abhigaccha. You approach her. And there is, I read in the Valmiki Raamaayanam, she also tells him to meet Sugriva, etc. Go to Rishyamukha, Parvata, and form an alliance with Sugriva. Like that, she seems to have indicated. All right. Then what happens? Next two lines. Obhyagachan Mahatejaha Shabarim Shatrusudanaha Shabarya Pujita Samyak Ramo Dasharathatmajaha Saha Abhyagachat Mahatejaha. Next line, Pujitaha Samyak. I think all of you by now know these things. Where to split all these words. All right. So Saha Abhyagachat. Saha Sri Ramaha, who is Shatrusudana, who is a who no enemies can stand Rama, that kind of person, Shatrusudana. Ramaha, what happened? Abhyagachat, approached Shabarim, Abhyagachat, approached Shabari. And of course, Rama is also described by another word called Mahateja. Mahateja, he is a Tejasvi. He has all the qualities. The qualities make him a Tejasvi. Therefore, Mahateja. Then what happened? Shabarya Pujitaha Samyak. Shabari really was waiting for this moment. And so she really Pujitaha, honored Sri Rama, worshipped Sri Rama, and must have given him a Pada Puja and things like that. And he was just uh, waiting for this time, it looks like. And by the way, I was looking for this Shabari, she bear, this bear fruit is there, and she ate all these fruits and tried to see if it is sweet or not, etc. So these half-eaten bear fruits, she offered Rama. It's a nice story. Unfortunately, Valmiki doesn't say that. So just for your information, I'm not saying you should give up that story. All these are part of our life. But just FYI, okay? Okay. Yeah, I think she is the one who shows the beautiful. She takes him on a walk to the Matangavana. This is how beautiful it is. It's all foggy. Look at all the birds and all that. She's telling all those things. So she's taking Rama on a walk and showing him the Matangavana. And then finally, she just gives up her body. And then again, Sri Rama moves on from there. Shabari Moksham, like that. There's a beautiful story there. So that concludes this particular section called this Aranyakanda. Aranyakanda, it's called. That summary of that is over. Now, Rama is going to move on, and this begins the Kishkinda Kanda. Okay, let's chant the next two lines.
Jagmari, what is Samyak Grama?
Samyak. Samyak. Okay, Samyak is Samyak. Okay, looks like your print is little different. Samyak is Samyak, good and well done. So Rama, Samyak Rama. That is the way to split the two words, I think. So Shabarya Ramaha Samyak Pujitaha Dasharathatmajaha. So this Rama, who is the son of Dasharatha, was worshipped uh, with full devotion. Samyak means with full devotion by Shabari.
Yes, Karmani Prayog.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next two lines, all right. Pampatire Hanumata Sangato Vanarenaha Hanumat Vachanachaiva Sugrivena samagataha. Go and mute yourself. So, Hanumata Sangataha Vanarena. And there is a Vanara called Hanuman. And so, by that Hanuman, Rama, there was a meeting that occurred between Rama and Hanuman, where Pampatire. So now there is a debate. Where is this Pampa? Some people in Karnataka say Pampa belongs to us, and they to quote Hampi and they quote Hanuman temple is there, and they give a big list of data. Why this Kishkinda is all in Karnataka only, like that? There is a school. And the Sarovara, Pampas, some people say Pampa is a Sarovara, means it's a lake, right? And so Meera is saying yes, yes, yes. And so Shabari Ashrama and all is there. Matanga Hill is also there. And Rama temple is there. They give so much data. But then the Kerala school.
Keralians are weird.
Kerala school is saying, wait a minute. That is, you may have some things, but Pampa belongs to Kerala. And Rama was Pamba. Pamba நதி இங்கதான் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு they also claim Pamba river. And Shabrimala is there. Where do you think Shabrimala is? It there in Karnataka? Shabrimala is here, okay? And so Malaya, and this Malaya and all comes from there only. So that's yours is just history. We are real. Okay, that is what they are saying. So we will discuss the details in satsang, okay? So that at that Pampatira, whether it's a river or lake, Sarovara, we will see. And here Valmiki does, whether he mentions or not, I forgot to see, but Pampatire. So Hanumat Vachanat Eva. Hanumat Vachanat Cha Eva. There is a way to split that, okay? Sugrivena Samagata. Hanuman also advised the same thing that Shabari had told him. And let's meet Sugriva. Okay, Sugriva, I think he must have been a well-known person there. He must be the leader of all the Vanaras there. And so the local head, Sugriva, Samagataha. So Rama had met Sugriva. So I think here we must imagine all this Hanuman lifting Rama and Lakshmana on his shoulders, all that stories we saw. So all that happened. Okay. Next two lines. Sugrivaya cha tat sarvam shamsad Ramo mahabalaha aditastad yathavrittam Sitayascha visheshataha. Kamsat Ramaha Aditaha Tad Yathavrittam Sitayaha Cha. All right. Tat Sarvam Ramaha Shamsat. Shamsat means here is Asha Prayoga. Ashamsat. Shamsdad. Ashamsat. So Lang Lakara and told, narrated. Who narrated? Rama. Rama narrated Tat Sarvam. All the Aditaha Tad Yathavrittam. Yathavrittam, as it happened, that all the events that unfolded, that Rama knows, was related to Sugriva. Yeah. Aditaha means from the time of Ayodhya, all the things that happened. Father's bone, father gave the vara, all these things he had said. But Visheshataha Sitaya. But more specifically, all that story, let it be there. But as right now, what is the most important thing? Sita's kidnapping is the most important. Therefore, Visheshataha, specifically paying more attention, giving more detail about Sri Sita. Okay. That is what has happened.
Guruji, Guruji, what does it mean, Shamsadramo Mahabalaha?
Shamsat told, narrated. Ramaha Shamsat. Ramaha Asamshat. That Samshat must be Asamshat. It's called Arsha Prayoga. Sometimes when the word is not exactly as it should be, it's called Arsha Prayoga. So the actual word is Asamsat. You may want to write that down. Ramaha Ashamsat. Rama narrated. Who is Mahabalaha? Who is the valorous and strong Rama? The main sentence there is Ramaha Ashamsat. Okay? Yathavrittam, as it happened. All right, next two lines we're going to chant. Sugrivaschapi tat sarvam shrutva ramasya vanaraha chakara sakhyam ramena pritaschaivaagnisakshikam. Sugrivaha cha api. Sugrivaha cha api. Tat sarvam shrutva ramasya vanaraha. This Sugriva, who is a Vanara, Narova iti Vanaraha. Vanaraha means what? You get a doubt by looking at that species. Hey, is this a human being? Like that, you get a doubt. Narova, like that. That is why they are called Vanaras. Almost like a human being. So this Sugriva, who is a Vanaraha, Ramasya tat sarvam shrutva. This story of Sri Rama, having heard all of that, tat sarvam, all the details that Rama had narrated. Then what happened? Ramena Sakyam Chakara. Ramena Sakyam Kritavan. He came to an alliance of friendship, came with an alliance. And very happy. He was Pritaha, very happy to come to an alliance. And why do you make an alliance? Because Vanaras, there is no alliance between animals and human beings, because Vanara they're all strong, physically strong, and they are a different species. They lead a different kind of life. Humans lead a different kind of life. But then here, because of the way the things are set up, and these Vanaras engaged with the human beings, and so that thing was done because otherwise the Vanaras can attack humans. They can hurt human beings. And so in order to tell everybody that now all the Vanaras are our own friends, like that, just to tell that, Agni Shakshikam Sakyam. Agni Sakshi. So you should imagine, in the Valmiki Ramayana I read, he shook his hands and he hugged. Rama hugged Sugriva. Yeah, we should be friends, like that. All that details Valmiki gives. And so Agni Sakshikam. So that means they must have lit an Homa Kunda, and then they must have gone around. Like marriage, two people go around, these two, Rama and Sugriva, did that particular Kriya. Okay. And so, we see this movies like Gorillas in the Mist and all. And so there is that lady who had been to Africa and befriended gorillas and protected them and all that. So beautiful stories there. So, Sakyam Chakara established a friendship. All right, we are going to read the next two lines. Tato vanararajena vairanu prati Ramaya veditam sarvam pranaya dukkhitena cha. Now it was Sugriva's turn to tell his story. He also has a story to say. Very sad story, it seems. And Vanarajena, Dukkhitena Vanarajena. Okay. That Vanaraja, the Sugriva, who was Dukkitaha, who was also sad, it seems, not listening to Rama. His life itself was sad. Why? Because his brother, elder brother Vali kidnapped his wife. This kidnapping is going on. You don't think kidnapping is all new. This Rama Sita story is the number one kidnap. And front page headlines. This is it. And so this guy also suffered the same fate. And Vanara Rajena Vairanu Kathanam Prati. He talked about Vairanu Kathanam, that enmity. Vaira means enmity. Enmity between his brother and him developed. Vali and Sugriva. Enmity, that whole story about, this Vali is a strong man, and there was a fight between him and this Dundubi. Big fight was there. And this fight was there. They went into a cave, and this was going on and on for 1 year. And so Sugriva was standing outside. And then he saw blood coming out of the cave, and then he heard Vali's crying, screams, and all. So he thought Vali collapsed. And so in order to protect him, he just covered the mouth of the cave so that this Dundubi won't come out. But it turns out Dundubi died and Vali was victorious, and Vali came out. He thought Sugriva wanted to kill me, and therefore all these things happened. He took away his wife, Sugriva's wife. Okay. That Vaira Anukathanam Prati Ramaya Aveditam. For Rama, towards Rama, Aveditam, narrated, told all these things. These things were told by Sugriva. Sarvam Pranayat Dukkhitena. Okay, Pranayat. Pranaya means with humility, with a lot of respect. And because he's talking to Sri Rama, he's heard about Sri Rama a lot. And so Sri Rama is not an ordinary person. So with a lot of respect, he narrated his story. All right, next two lines.
So how do you split the Vairanu Kathinam? Vaira.
So it's one word actually.
Okay.
So one word. Vaira Anukathanam is Vaira Anukathanam. Vairasya Anukathanam. That is the samasa. So Anukathanam. Again, as it happened, he told. Without making up anything. And sometimes we try to make up, oh, it is like this, she did this, he did, thing may have happened, but we also embellish it, So here, Anukathanam means he did not embellish anything. He told exactly as. Okay. Pratignatam charamena tada valivadham prati valinascha balam tatra kathayamasa vanaraha. Okay, Ramena pratignatam. By Rama, a promise was made. What kind of promise? Tada Vali vadham prati. Okay, I will help you. I'll help you kill Vali. I mean, in these things, kill Vali means what? Because Vali has done so much. How did Rama decide killing Vali is the right thing? Well, based on whatever he heard, he said, yeah, that's the right thing to do. He has to be punished. Okay. All right. Valinascha balam tatra kathayamasa vanaraha. Vanaraha Sugriva. Sugriva is thinking, how is this puny man going to fight against Val? Sugriva had a doubt. And so, just to be sure, he said, Valinaha balam. How strong this Vali is. Okay. Kathayamasa. So, Sugriva spent some time talking about Vali. Because you have to know your enemy, right? Before going into the battlefield. So he spent some time. Let's see further. Next 3 lines we are going to read. Sugriva Shankitaschasit Nityam Virgena Raghave Raghava Pratyayarthantu Dundube kayamuttamam darshayamasa Sugrivaha Mahaparvata Sannibham. Sugrivaha Shankitaha cha asit. Sugriva was filled with doubt. He said, I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know if this friendship is going to work out. My part, I may be able to satisfy. I can go to Lanka, all that I may be able to do. But Rama and all, I'm not sure. Nityam Viryena Raghave. When it comes to Raghava, Nityam, all along he had a doubt. There's no, he had no belief in Rama's ability. Viryena Raghave, with respect to his capacity to fight wars, that too against Bali. He had a doubt all along, it seems. All along means what? From the time, only now recently he met Rama. So all along he had a doubt and he was used to wonder, what is this Rama who people are praising? So he wasn't sure. And so he wanted to check it out. He has to check Rama. So he says, Raghava Pratyayartham. And just to be sure Raghava Rama understands who Vali is, Dundubehe Uttamam Kayam Darshayamasa. He said, the Sugriva, what did he do? He called Rama, come here, I want to show you something. Remember I told you Sugriva fought with Vali? Vali fought with Dundubi. That Dundubi, let me show you. And he showed Dundubi. This is Dundubi. It's like a big mountain. His skeleton was like a big mountain. This mountain, is this a mountain? No, it is Dundubi. If Vali could kill Dundubi, you can imagine now what Vali's strength is going to be. Okay, that is what he did here. Sugriva Darshayamas showed this to Rama. Okay, for the sake of Raghava's proper understanding of Vali's strength. And Mahaparvata Sannibham. Dundubi is Kayam. Dundubehe Kayam is like Mahaparvata. Tulyam Sannibham. It's Tulyam, like this Mahaparvata. Like any big mountain. That is how Dundubi's body was looking like. Okay, that is who Vali is. Then let's read the next two lines. This is beautiful. Utsmayitva Mahabahu Prekshya Jasti Mahabalaha Padangushtena Chikshepa Sampurnam Dashayojanam Prekshya. Okay. Asti Prekshya. So this Mahabalaha, Mahabahu, Sri Rama. Sri Rama, who's valorous, and Mahabalaha and Mahabahu, who had strong arms. And Asti Prekshya. Asti means bones. The bones of Dundubi. Having seen these bones, Utmayitva. He smiled. Rama smiled. Rama was not shocked at looking at Dundubi. He just smiled. And then what happened? Padangushtena Chikshepa. He just kicked that mountain with one leg, and that too only one toe of the one leg. The big toe of the one leg. He just kicked Chikshepa. And then what happened? This mountain, Sampurnam Parvatam Dasha Yojanam, just went off 10 yojanas. 10 yojanas. So yojana is a topic that is debated. How long is a yojana? There is a debate. And so they say they agree it's between anywhere from 5 miles to 8 miles. So that is like 8 kilometers to like 15 kilometers. So let's say 10 kilometers for the sake of our discussion. Third, Dasha Yojana, 50 kilometers. 50 kilometers. This mountain just flew. Okay. So that shows what? See, it's not hard to imagine. It tells us the ability of Rama to focus on something. And so you see all these small boys and girls learning karate and taekwondo now. And what they do is, they become very good at using this particular part of the body, right? The hand, the palm, and they can just break concrete blocks with this hand, concrete rock, just like that. They will do, and so they will just concentrate, and then they will just apply the force exactly where it should be applied. And so we see all these things, and so we can imagine that kind of ability Sri Rama had. Okay, all right. Next two lines, next shloka, number 66. Bibedha cha punah salan saptaikena maheshuna girim rasatalam chaiva janayam pratyayam tada. Then, as though this was not enough for Vali, Rama understood Vali's problem. And so, because friendship and all has been done. So I think, Rama went beyond, and he said, not cha, bibeda cha. Cha is what? Not only that, if this was not enough for Sugriva, what happened? Bibeda punaha salan sapta salan. So there is a particular tree called sal tree. Sala vriksha is there. And in Tamil, I don't know what it's called, but in Hindi, it's called shal, sakuwa, saku, like that, these words. Those who know Hindi, I think, will probably recognize that. And it is the state tree of Chhattisgarh and the state, Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. These two states, their state tree is the sal tree. It has so much medicinal value, and I looked it up, and it's amazing. It cures all kinds of diseases. So that tree was there, it seems. And then this Rama, what he did, he just pointed at these 7 trees which were there in a line. And then he pointed and then focused and released the arrow. And when he released the arrow, Ekena Maheshuna, with just one arrow, issue, right? Arrow, Maha issue. So with just one arrow, it just pierced all these 4 or 7 trees. Not only that, Girim, that mountain also, some nearby mountain also it pierced. And then Rasatalam Chaiva, Rasatalam. So from earth there are 7 up, but 7 down also we are all good at doing that, right? Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Atalatala, Rasatala, Patal. So all these 7 nether worlds are there. And so it went all the way to Rasatala. I think Rasatala must be the sixth below. Patala, it didn't go, Rasatala. So it must have gone so many worlds and came back. And came back within brackets. And so after seeing that, Pratyayam Janayan Tada. The Pratyayam here. Sanskrit students don't get very excited and say Pratyaya, oh, this is some kind of suffix and all that. There is no suffix at all. Pratyaya means that thing that Sugriva wanted, that encouragement, that assurance, Janayam, was created by Sri Rama by this act. Okay. So I think at that point they must have decided. Rama and Sugriva must have decided. Let's take care of Vali first, and then we'll talk about Sita. I'm reading between the lines here because it's coming up. The Vali Vadam comes first, right? That is what. All right. Next shloka, number 67. Tataf pritamanastena vishwastasamaha kapihi Kishkindham Rama Sahitaha Jagama Jaguham Tada. Okay, so Vishwasta. So this Mahakapihi, that great Vanara, great Vanara Sugriva, Vishwasta got convinced. Vishwasaha, he had gained the Vishwasa And therefore he was Pritamanaha. I'm splitting the words, right? Pritamanaha Tena. Okay, by now all of you must be very good because we are in the 14th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. So we've been splitting and adding and joining and this. We've been doing a lot of this. And so you should not ask me how to split and things like that. So Pritamanaha Tena. Okay. Vishwastaha Saha. There is a way to split that. So Pritamana, he became very happy. Tena, by whom? Tena, Ramena Pritamana. And then what? Kishkindam Rama Sahita. Then Sugriva, along with Rama, Jagama, went to Kishkinda. Why? Because that is where Vali is living. Guham Tada. At that time, after all this was over, they were ready and they were going to. They decided now is the time to approach Vali. And so the Vishwasa. Vishwasa means what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind was what? All we have done is studied Vedanta. So it has to be part of Vedanta. Vishwasaha. Shraddha. What is the definition of Shraddha?
Shraddha.
What is it?
Vishwasa only.
Shastreshu.
Guru Shastra
Vakyeshu Vishwasa.
Correct. Guru Shastra Vakyeshu Vishwasaha. And that comes from that word Shwas. Shwas. Shwas also we have seen before. Shwas.
Swapan Shwasan.
Correct. Pashyan, Shenman, Sprishan, Zigran, Ashnan, Gachan, Swapan, Shwatan. That Shwas. Breathing. He was breathing, right? So there it is breathing. This Vishwas means, I think we should say what happened. The breathing became normal. I think when you're anxious, the breathing is not very fast and all, right? So when you have trust in somebody, then the breathing becomes normal. That is my way of saying, don't take me for, you have to do your homework. Okay. All right. Vishwastaha. All right. Now the Guham, Kishkinda, there is a cave there, and that's where they're going. Let's see. We're going to read.
Usually means trusty. Vishwasta. Trusty. Trust. There's a word called Vishwasta we use. Trusty.
Trusty.
Okay.
Vishwastaha.
Okay. All right. That's a good one. Vishwastaha. Trusty. So he became, the one who is trusted is a trustee. Correct?
In
So who is
Kannada, Vishwasa is there.
Yeah, unlike
Anyway, that's a good point. Yeah. All right. Next two shlokas. Tato garjat harivaraha sugrivo hema pingalaha tena nadena mahata nirjagama harishwaraha anumanya tadataram sugrivena samagataha Nijaghana cha tatrainam sharenaikena raghavaha. The one thing about Valmiki Ramayana is the words are all small. There are no big samasas like in Bhagavad Gita sometimes. So it's a joy to learn Sanskrit through Valmiki Ramayana. Tataha. Thereafterwards, what happened? Harivaraha agarjat. Agarjat. For a change, there is a long lakara here instead of a lit. And so, agarjat. Garjan kiya. Kon? Harivaraha. Harihi vanaraha. Varaha means sreshtaha. Vanara sreshtaha. The greatest among all the vanaras, referring to Sugriva, right? And yeah, next Sugriva word is there also. So this Sugriva roared in front of that cave where he was living. Sugriva roared. And Sugriva, who is Hema Pingala, who has a complexion that is that golden brown complexion he had, Hema Pingalaha. Okay, he roared like. Then what happened? Tena nadena mahata. By that loud sound, Nirjagama Harishwaraha. Vali is no ordinary guy. He is called as Harishwaraha. There, Harivaraha is Sugriva. Harishwaraha. He is the lord of all the Vanaras. Harihi. Hari also means Vanara, So, or monkey sometimes. And so, Harishwaraha Nirjagama. Nirjagama means came out, not woke up. Came out of his palace, came out of his cave, Guha, which is his palace. Okay. By that sound, sound, he heard that sound, he recognized the sound, he came. So Harishwaraha, Vanara Rajaha, Vali came out. Then what happened? Tada Taram Anumanya Sugrivena Samagataha. So he came out and met Sugriva. So at this point, what happens? This Tara knows. Tara is Vali's wife. Tara says, you know what? Sugriva cannot approach Vali because Sugriva is much weaker compared to Vali. And after all this that happened, Sugriva is not going to come anywhere near. But if Sugriva is able to come like this, there must be something he's coming with. He must have something with him. We don't know what it is. And I think the news may have reached that, news has reached that Rama has come along with Sugriva. And so Tara is advising him, now just check it out. Don't get into a conflict. She has told him. But then he says, Vali says, if Rama is the one who is, do you think Rama has come and met me? Oh, then I'm in good hands. Because Rama is Dharmagya. Rama is Dharmagya. So I must be in good hands. So in fact, there's no need to worry at all. So, Taram Anumanya. तारा का अनुमति प्राप्त करके अनुमति प्राप्य got the permission of his wife who Vali came to meet Sugriva. Sugrivena samagataha. So he met with Sugriva. And what? In a battle, Yuddhe, all that's skipped up. All the details are skipped. And so in battle, ready to be in battle with Sugriva. Okay, that is why he had to seek permission from his wife. And then what happened? Nijagana. Nijagana. Handatu again. Got killed. He was killed. Vadam Akarot. And who? Raghavaha. Raghavaha Nijagana. Cha Tatra Yenam. Yenam. Valinam. Word Vali is not there, but Yenam, Valinam. Nijagana. Raghava killed Vali. Not Sugriva. Raghava killed Vali. Okay. Ekena Sharena. With just one arrow. Killed. Because Vali and all very difficult. He's a very strong man. Very, 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 very strong. Therefore, Ekena Sharena Raghava. Okay. Now what is... All right. So now there is a big dialogue between Vali and Sri Rama. The controversy. This is huge. All the media, Republic TV, everybody has picked up the news and saying Rama has done a adharmic act. And like Modi, Rama has done all this, that, and you can't do that. How can you? So this Vali is giving a big lecture. One whole chapter is there. I read all. And Vali is giving a lecture about Dharma. You say you are a Satyavan, you are a Gunavan, you are a Dharmajnaha, you are a Satyapalakaha, Swajanasya Rakshita, and all you're saying. And you are coming and shooting me in the back. Is that what? Is this your idea of righteousness? How are you going to talk about this to your cohorts, to your peers? How are you going to justify this act? Because Vali is injured. He's lying down. He can't, he's on his way. Last moments. And so Vali is really giving a big lecture to Sri Ram. And, he said things, what wrong did I do to you? This is between me and Sugriva. What's your problem, right? And so dharma is a mere pretext for you. You are not really a dharmika. You are just people, somehow you have brainwashed people into thinking you are a dharmajna. And I should have listened to Tara. Tara advised me. I should have listened to her. At least once in a while, men do acknowledge women, it seems. So this man does acknowledge Tara. And he says, one on one, I would have killed you. One on one. If I were to have fought with you, I would have killed you. Okay? And even better thing we could have done, I will have killed Ravana and got you your Sita. He's giving very good arguments, This and therefore all this kingship and this and that, don't give me all these words. You don't even deserve to be a king. And you say Dasharatha was a great man, but you are a disgrace to your whole race. That is what he says. Okay. And then Rama is not going to simply sit quietly. He's saying, what is it, Lakshmi ji?
No, I just wanted to interrupt, sorry Guruji, that Vali already would have got a boon from Brahma, saying that half the power of the opponent he would have got.
So wait, yeah. So I'm coming to that. So that's the thing, right? So anybody who faces Vali, that person's power would reduce by half. So therefore, Rama could not face Vali. That is the reasoning behind that. But that reason is okay. But Rama is going to give us better reasons. Okay, he says, look, stop lecturing. Okay, stop lecturing. You took away your brother's wife. Okay, and you are lecturing to me. Younger brother is like a son. That means you are now living with your daughter-in-law. That's what Rama is saying. Okay, see, we have to read Valmiki Ramayana. Without reading all this, we cannot give our own reasoning. I feel like there is so much going on there. The whole chapter is there. Okay, and so your priority is kama. You are a bhogi. Your priority is passion. You just want to enjoy. Doesn't matter who you enjoy with. He just kama tantra pradhana. He uses that word. Okay, that's who you are. We are here to support the rule of Bharata. Bharata is the king of this land. Okay, and wherever we are, we are supposed to protect. This is Bharata's dharma that's coming here. Okay, and so wherever we see adharma, it is our duty to respond to that. Okay, and then what is this? Yeah, right. Ruma. I think that her name is Ruma, Sugriva's wife. And so any adharma in Bharata's land will not go unpunished. That is what he's saying. And by the way, let me quote. You're talking about dharma, right? Let me quote. Without knowing, you should not talk to kings like this. Kings means you should not talk like that. You should know a little bit about dharma. And so chor ki dadi mein tinka bolte hain na. So waisa hai ye. So one he quotes a dharma. Look at this. Shasanat vapi mokshad va stenat vimuchyate. A. It is the job of the king or of the prime minister, president, of the head to deal with adharma. How? Okay, look at this. Anybody who committed a crime, two ways to deal with them. One is shasanam. Shasanam means punishment. You must give them punishment for that crime. Okay? Or mokshatva. Or you should kill him, eliminate that person. If that person gets moksha, then he becomes free from the papa done. Papa of the karma done. To punishment or just moksham. Moksham here means death. If the Raja does not do that, Raja tu ashasanat. If the Raja does not do that, then papasya tad avapnoti. That papa he gains. That king and queen, they gain the power. They gain the power. That is what he says. This is what dharma is. This is what this Raja dharma is. Okay? And so you don't give me any lectures. And moreover, you are not a human being. You are an animal. And people eat animals all over. You also eat other animals, right? Do you go on the front and then shoot and all that? No, nobody stands in front of an animal. Animal may be sleeping or an animal may be alert. Still, you can kill that animal. Dharma Shastra says all that. Therefore, I did not do anything wrong. Okay. And so my actions are governed by dharma. And so you don't have to be grieving over that. Rama wanted to make sure, hey, before you go, don't die a sad man. And then Vali responds, thank you very much for reminding me about dharma. I am now very clear. I'm very happy now. And so, before I die, I just have a request. You please take care of the Angada and Tara. Angada is his son, And so Angada is a young man. He's also dharma, bound by dharma. So he needs some help. He needs guidance. You're the right person to take care of Tara and Angada and of course Sugriva. Like that he says, and he passes away. So there is that beautiful story. Nice dialogue between the two. All right. So we will continue the next slide. Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajamana Harana Bhava Bhayadarunam Nava Kanjalochana Kanjamukhakara Kanjapada Kanjarunam Shri Rama Chandra Kripalu Bhajamana Harana Bhava Bhayadarunam Shri Ram Shri Ram Kandarpa Aganita Amita Chavinava Nila Niraja Sundaram Kandarpa Aganita Amita Chavinava Nila Niraja Sundaram Patapita Manavo Tadita Ruchi Shuchi Tadita Ruchi Shuchi Naumi Janaka Sutavaram Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajamana Harana Bhava Bhayadarunam Shri Ram 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 Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om